resources to Montgomery County residents.
Second Saturday Divorce Workshop provides unbiased information to help you understand your options and move forward with your life. This divorce workshop is for you if you are contemplating divorce, in the process of divorce, already filed for divorce, or post-divorce. You will explore the emotional, legal, and financial aspects of divorce from professionals who have guided others through divorce. For more information on this divorce workshop, contact secondsaturdaywoodlands.com or call 832-375-0900.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on the irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And you're going to be so glad you did, because we have in the house, in that studio, we have them right here at the table. We have, this is so exciting to even be able to say this, Jammy Jam Hugo Rodriquez, and we have Eric Demmer. And he's not dimmer today. He's so much light. He has so much light. There's no dimming in Eric Demmer. But I'm so excited to have you. And I'm glad you didn't wear your jammies. It's fine. It's fine.
Next time.
I told you I'd get you.
Yeah, you go.
That's what he was talking about. He told me what your name was now. But I didn't do it right. I said, Hugo. It's Hugo Jammy Jams Rodriguez, right?
Well, it's Hugo Jams Rodriguez.
Well, yeah, but Jammy.
Now he's Jammy Jams.
Jammy Jams, I love that. Okay. All right, anyway, we've got
We
them.
love him.
And these guys are known all over Houston and the world, and it's just amazing that we have them here. They didn't, and I didn't tell them how many viewers we have, because I didn't know if they'd be too nervous to come and sit down and be with us. Do you believe that, Eric? Now listen, you have all the Conroe people in here. People are waiting outside to listen to you.
Well, cool.
And it's just, they're starting to form an audience out there. But anyway, we're so excited to have you guys. And Eric, you are renowned saxophone player, and we've got Hugo over there, which is the most amazing guitarist. Just laid back, just making it all happen, and it's great. And you add so much to the Eric and Hugo combination. And we didn't get to talk about you a whole lot last time. He did mention you, and I thought that was sweet. But he said, I got to have Hugo come back here, because Hugo has so much to do with this CD.
Appreciate that.
And this CD is out now. And
It is out.
CD,
It's been released November 18th, so a little more than a week ago.
Yeah.
And we just got the ratings in, and we are number 5 on the Billboard U.S. Blues charts.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. That's like with a bullet now. You got to go to 1 now.
It's got to go to 1. I mean, if wherever it goes, it's going to go. But the fact that we landed there, I'm really knocked out. I'm excited about it. I just can't say enough. With Gulf Coast Records, with Mike Zito and his whole crew, helped put it together, get everything moving on it. And then everybody that's bought a CD, they're the reason why we are number 5. And so,
That's right.
I'm excited, and I'm
And these
thankful.
aren't just your relatives and friends that you've coerced,
having
right?
people all over, going to the website. In pre-sale, they're not out to the public, but you can, I had the CDs, and it's
Right.
like I gave you all one. I had them, so it was in pre-sale. So I had people coming to me to the website and wanting me to get them a CD, and then we would sell them at the shows.
I was going to say you had merch stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would sell them at the shows,
That's
and
good.
so between that and then just getting out word of mouth and getting them out there, and I mean the people at the post office see me coming. I'm coming there every day, dropping CDs off, setting them out,
Picking up fan mail.
And as a matter of fact, right before I came here, I dropped another CD off going to Oceanside, California, for another radio show, and
Wait a minute.
constantly.
Now, we have you exclusively, right?
Right now, you're
Okay.
exclusive. Today,
Okay.
right this minute, we're exclusive.
Okay,
And
Eric.
and I'm here.
Yeah.
And of course, I reluctantly, but I wanted to bring this guy along. But
Thank you so
no,
much.
I'm just kidding. No,
No.
Hugo's a big part of everything.
Yes, he is.
And I mean, we put a lot of work into it, and it's paying off. I mean, we're number 5, but more so than that, to me, it's about the music. I mean, I'm knocked out about it being number 5, but it's still, when we were recording the songs, I mean, it was just, we were like, yeah, that sounds good. We we work on it, and like I said, once we get the tracks laid, the basic tracks, that's when the creativity would come in. Hugo and I would work on guitar parts and all the different nuances of what we do to the song, and it really went from being just a standard tune to where we would start adding to it, and that's what really started creating all the nuances of each tune.
That's
And
awesome.
So, a lot of work, a lot of hours of time and effort went into doing it.
And y'all never had an argument.
No, never did.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
I can honestly say we never did. Of course, I never gave him a chance to say anything back. So, it worked out pretty well for
I'll
me.
bitch him out later.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Oh,
So,
did you say which? Oh, no, which one did you talking about? Okay, that's what I love about being in a studio, and you're doing all this creative stuff, and you both are very very creative and so talented, but that has to clash at some point. And so, who would win out? The person paying for the studio?
Well, Eric has top billing on this particular endeavor, so defer to Eric for all things pretty much
to
creative.
be honest, there was
Unless there was something I really felt strongly about, and he's always real open to okay.
Negotiating with you?
Yeah, and I would throw in a curveball. I could see he's like, what are
see,
you even talking about?
that's the
But then
thing.
after a while, he'd see the light.
Oh, he would. Okay.
Well, no, I always see the light. Some stars shine brighter, others are dimmer. So I see the light.
Others are dimmer.
But no, seriously, when the way I like to work is I want them to put in what they do, because it gives me more insight on something to develop to make it go even further. He would do something, I'm like, oh, stop, do that again, and then it's like, well, I said, change this up a little bit, do this, so we would work on it. But I would take a lot of what he does, and it'll take me in a totally different direction of what I was thinking, and so I rely on that input, and that's really. I'm pretty, I'm pretty forceful in some ways, but
We're all heading for the same place.
We're heading-
It's easier. It's easy. We have kind
Yeah.
of the same vision. We know
where the outcome's going to happen, so we want to make the best outcome, and so, but I need his input to get it, because I could just make it all one way, but when you start getting input from your players and let them do what they do, that's
Best,
when
yes.
you start really making all the creative things happen.
But isn't it funny how many times you saw in movies and all that when they're talking about someone writing or somebody doing a movie, and they say, I think we got a hit. I think this is it's going to go. And then you hear all the actors say, I never thought this was going to do anything. I mean, I didn't think anybody was going to see it. I just did it for the money. I don't know what happened. And all of a sudden it exploded. What was going through your head at different songs? Were you thinking, this just might be it?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that it was coming together nicely, for sure, but you just kind of never know. When you're in the moment, it's really just about focusing on the task,
each, the tune
making
itself.
the song as awesome as it can be. And it is a good kind of symbiotic relationship as far as throwing ideas back and forth. It's easy to get sideways when you're writing with people, but I don't think
We've never did.
That never happened.
Never
We've
happened.
always been
Never
kind of
happened
on the
once.
same page, and that's good.
Yeah,
That is-
And it really, there's the butthead things. There has never been any of that ever on anything that we did, and that's not just. I mean, seriously, I really think about it, because when I'm producing and putting things together, getting the guys together and putting everybody in place, I think of everything not as like I'm the sax player or I'm the leader. I think of it as the producer of like what's going to make this the best. And really, the problem I had, and I had to really go back later and think about it, because I was making it more of a guitar record than I was a sax record. And I was like, I said,
Okay,
we
we
need guitar, we need guitar. And it's like, I just realized, well, it's like, I kind of need,
We had that conversation.
Need to put
this
sax in there.
This album needs more sax, bro.
And they did. And it's like, but I always think of it as like, well, I'm a sax player. And now I have to say, when a guitar player comes in and starts directing everything, it's all about guitar. There's like, they're going to have 10 tracks of guitar on every song.
If it was the Jammy Jams album, then
It was that's going to be your next album that comes out, is the Jammy Jams.
And we're going to put him in a little onesie on
Jammy
the
Jams
front cover.
comes alive.
So, but no, but seriously, I try to look at every song as like, it's just the best song. And so you want to give it everything you can to make that the best song. So even song, and what's funny is, there's been songs on the CD that I was like, well, I mean, I love the tune, and there's something now that I'm not as like it as much as some of the others, but I know somebody that's like, oh, that's one of their favorite tunes, is one that I'm not. They said, oh no, but stuff that you do on it is just, it's just so good, and so. You never know. Everybody's gonna.
But do you do any kind of, put it before a group of people and say, okay, guys,
Focus
we
group.
just want, yeah. But usually those people aren't really focused. It's like you go like, okay, now focus and listen to this, and just give me your first impression. And it has to be honest. It has to be true. Have you ever done that with people before? Did you do something like that?
I mean,
With your mother, right? Okay, so that's not right.
I think we pretty much were vetting the ideas between us, at least for
Yeah.
the ones where I had the contributions, that some of the other stuff, and we were bouncing ideas also on arrangements, even for the songs that were our covers, the Freddie Pate tune,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think we ever like focus grouped any
No,
of it.
we didn't.
We
I mean, it
played
was
some
just-
of them live as we were recording them
Yeah.
and when we had shows.
Okay, that's
Got
good.
some
the
decent
one
reactions,
song. I mean, the one song that to me, I mean, and it's one of the popular songs that's out right now that's getting airplay. But it's the one that means most to me is the one we wrote called "Will It Ever Be the Same." That's about all the COVID stuff and we were going through all the riots of all the stuff that was happening at the time, and when we were recording the song, we actually looked at the news and looked at all the stuff, and we were listening to all the crazy stuff that everybody's going through every day, wondering what's going to happen, and that's when I went to Hugo. I said, look, I got an idea for a tune, and so he had already come up with this guy writes more ideas. I mean, it's like he won't get anything for like months, and all of a sudden I'll get like 12 tunes and ideas. There's just little phrasing ideas and stuff that come up, and so I heard the one that he'd sent up, and I'm like, that's the tune that we're going to do this song on, and And then we sat there, and then I started telling him what my thoughts and visions were of what the song's about, and so then he would come back the next day with ideas, and we would kind of rearrange some of the words and everything, and
That's
just,
great.
I mean, it was
Really,
a great
really good
put
working.
together,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
And-
For it.
I'll tell you, speaking of guitars, and you don't play, but you
No.
you love them, and you love Hugo.
Well,
you
I
have
wouldn't
a
say
s-
that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But you put up with Hugo, and so in the album you have the song.
Don't talk to
like
me.
I don't play guitar. What'd you say? What's
don't talk to me. It's
Oh.
an ongoing thing.
that's the name of the song?
That's one of
That's
That's
one
one
no,
of-
so-
no, the one about the guitar.
okay.
Guitar
Okay.
player.
Now
So
I'm hoping that you guys, since you came in with the saxophone hung around your neck, that you were going to play something, okay? So, and Hugo accidentally had his guitar on his back, and so would you get your guitar, Hugo, if you don't mind? I just
So-
happen to have my guitar here. No, I told everybody that you guys were going to do an unplugged version
yes, we are.
of this song, and or whatever you wanted to do.
So I'll set this song up for
Okay.
real quick. It's called "I'm a Guitar Player, I Just Don't Play Guitar," and I mean this kind of goes out to you always see everybody everywhere playing air guitar. That's like, man, they're
Oh,
rocking
right.
out on a guitar, you know.
Right.
So it's like they're a guitar player, they just don't play guitar. Well, I've played with guitar players since I started playing the sax. And I don't think of a sax player when I play music. I think of guitar players. So I play all the same kind of solo licks ideas that guitar players play. And so, and it made me, this last year, I was driving and I was just like, you know what? I'm a guitar player. I just don't play guitar. And when I said it, I knew right then
That has to
that's
be
a,
it.
That's a tune. That's the name of a song. So then I told him, I said, look, I want to write a song. It's called "I'm a Guitar Player, I just don't play guitar," and so I told him the idea, the style that I wanted to do, and then came in and said, "Okay, let's start putting it together," and started putting the words together, and we kind of threw it together, and
And
we
this
put
is
it
what
on
we
a
got.
CD.
Now, are you singing in this?
No.
Okay. Do you sing on some of the songs?
Live. I don't think I really did any vocals on this.
No, actually,
We had a lot of cool vocalists going, in addition to Eric on this.
Right.
So I didn't really have to do anything.
we had
sing so
Melanie
well.
Covington came in. She's a
Yes.
singer in town.
Yes.
Originally
Yeah.
from St.
That
Louis.
voice is like gold.
She's like having Shaka Khan on
Oh
the
my
record.
word!
You'll
she's
find
an
her on
incredible
What Was
singer.
I Thinking? Give it a spin. Give it a spin on Spotify, and you'll hear Melanie's voice. It's
She's just incredible. Right off the
so
bat, first thing out,
robust.
you hear
The
her voice
tone.
come in.
It's a beautiful
And, but she sings some backgrounds on some of the other stuff. And I had some other friends of mine that I play with that came in, and we did a little bit of the background vocals on a couple of the tunes. But I pretty much did most
You're
of
the
the
driving force. This
yeah.
and it is a style that you have that this song is perfect for. I love.
It worked out. So I mean, and there were songs that was thinking, I'm not going to be able to put the song out because I couldn't think of a way to sing it, and then something would happen, and then next thing I know, I was singing it, and so. There were several like that I was just like,
Yeah.
man, I don't know if I can do this.
It was a lot of perseverance and improvements, large improvements along the way.
Yeah, just
his
worked
ability.
on it, and kept working, and
Persistence.
then my voice just started coming together, and so I was pretty happy with it, and every day it's like my voice gets a little better. If I don't have to deal with allergies, I've had more allergies this year than I've had.
But
been
you
rough.
know, but you know that
Me
that's the
too.
deal. Though a lot of times, is that you say it's really I've been strained. I have so much strain in singing, and it's I feel like it's weaker. It's not as good now. And then you sing, and it's what you needed to have.
Yeah.
And so I hate
No, that's true. There's a
I
lot of
hate
that,
for you
yeah.
to catch allergies all the time,
Yeah.
but it sounds really good. It sounds extremely
It
bluesworthy.
just, sometimes when we're playing live, I'll end up having, my voice starts going. But in some ways, on some songs, one of the songs we sing is a James Cotton tune. And man, when he's singing that tune, his voice is so scratchy. When I start losing my voice, I start sounding just like him.
There you go. There you go.
So hey, it kind of works out, But so anyway, this tune is called "I'm a Guitar Player and I Just Don't Play Guitar."
Okay, let's see if Richard's ready.
All right,
He gave me
you
a
got
thumbs
the
up.
solo.
We're ready to
All
go.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
Without further ado,
Jimmy Jams Rodriguez and Eric
I
Demmer.
got the drum intro right here.
I'm a guitar player, I just don't play guitar. I'm a guitar player deep down in my heart. I'm a guitar player, I just don't play guitar. I don't use an amp to lead my stem. I use this brass to kick some. I'm a guitar player deep down in my heart. I'm a guitar player, I just don't play guitar. Don't use a pick to play these licks. Don't need no strings to do my thing. I'm a guitar player deep down in my heart. I'm a guitar player, I just don't play guitar. My actual axe is this here sax. I use this reed to make it bleed. I'm a guitar player deep down in my heart. I'm a guitar player, I just don't play guitar. I'm a guitar player. 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 I just don't play guitar.
Wow. I feel that was like it's my own little private concert, and I'm not
go.
sharing it with anyone.
There you go. I was trying to play quiet, so it's
it was fine. I mean, if you even wanted to be a little louder, it would be okay.
Oh, no.
But I love
It's usually the guitar that's too loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you hear? He took the sax, and he put that
Try to put the bell down low
under the table. He started playing.
It's a new meaning to under the table.
yeah. I give it a,
That's some under the table play.
Now listen, my husband Sam asked me to ask you, can you play Harlem Nocturne?
Ooh, yes, I have done it. I have done it several times now. I'm not going to do it right now because I'd have to go through it. It's been a few years since the last time I played it.
No.
I love that tune.
You know what that tune is for? Where it's
It
from?
was the old Mickey Spillane, and it was all the old,
Strip joints.
yeah, well, yeah. That's actually where it came, but I mean, they used that from like all the old 40s, 50s, like the detectives.
Right,
things.
right,
And,
right,
You know, but it was always, and the smoky barroom thing, so.
right. And it's funny because he said, ask Eric, does he play that? Because I would love to hear him play that. And I went, well, it's songs for strip clubs? And he goes, oh yeah, that's the song
It
they
was
play.
originally, yeah. But I mean, and then, like I said, it got taken over kind of like the Mickey Spillane, the old detective series kind
Film
of
noir,
thing.
film noir. Well, I asked him, well, how do you know? How do you know? And he goes, well, because in the 50s, 60s, my band, we had to play, and yeah, and so the saxophone player was playing this. I said, well, you're playing the guitar, and he goes, yeah, and yeah, and we just had to keep playing that song over and over and over again. I went, oh, poor things. Was that while they were stripping that you were playing them? So I hate to let his children know about this, but
Tough gig.
they do know now. Like that's what he was. That's where they were playing. But I think in what you guys do, that sounded so good. I love that. That was really good, and that is perfect for your voice. That's perfect.
It definitely suits. I mean, doing blues. I mean, I've played blues since I've been playing sax, pretty much. Actually, even when I was a little kid, we had this little little organ thing, but it was power up, but it was like an air organ, and it blew air, and it's kind of almost like an electronic accordion sounding thing, and it had all these little buttons on it, and it played all these weird chords. And I had all these minor chords and all this stuff. And I found that I was always playing like bluesy notes and stuff on that when I was a little kid. And I just, that sound, all the minor-y kind of sounds and all that kind of stuff just really, I mean, it struck me back then. And I still remember it like it was, like I was there. I was, 4 years old playing with that, messing with these things.
No videos or anything we have to look
Unfortunately
back at?
not. Thank God not, but no.
Because they're
But,
gonna when they have that how it really happened, that they're gonna do stuff. They're gonna want to. They're going to see.
But
that.
I
they
do
make the
remember. I mean,
Yeah,
so
when the movie comes
that
out.
sound from any of those kind of notes that just it does something to your insides.
Yes.
For me, that's what it does, and it's I hear that blues note or that. The technical, it could be a harm, oh, it's this or that, but it's a note that when you hear it, it just kind of does something to your insides.
Oh.
That's what got me to start playing, and blues was
You're
just
right.
a natural way to do that. And so when a blues song comes up, I mean, it's just a natural. It's just something natural. And it's funny. There's a song that we wrote I wrote this one. It was called "Let Me Go." It's on the CD. It's a straight slow blues tune, and which he put a solo on it that is just so good. Everybody keeps asking me, man, who's playing guitar on this song? And Hugo did it on that. But it's funny because I laugh every time we do that song now, because when I was first starting to record it, I mean, we came up with a melody line and everything for it, but I was just like, I don't know how to sing this song. And then one day I was just sitting there and it just happened. It just came out, and it was like I just laughed to myself every time and now when we're playing it, people are just like loving the song because it's a very emotional. It was, it was an emotional thing it's called "Let Me Go," so it kind of was like, "Please let me go." When I
It starts here and ends here.
yeah,
got-
and it's just real strong.
People do
and
enjoy that.
singing it was one of those things that I was afraid I'm not going to be able to put the song out because I didn't know how to sing it. And then all of a sudden, it got to be so easy to sing,
Yeah.
and to put all this emotion. I can put the emotion into it every time. And like I said, when I start doing that, I almost laugh because I can't believe that I couldn't figure it out. But,
Right.
But it just started flowing.
It's funny, and all the singers and all the people that you've been exposed to, playing behind and listening to their styles, and you were studying some of them, or do you all along the way?
I think I had a tape recorder inside my head from even back when I was talking about when I was a little kid, because all these songs I have memorized, like all these things I don't remember listening to, but it's like my brain recorded them. Mm-hmm. And so I'll hear a phrase. There was a song that I was recording a horn section thing on, and I remembered, man, this horn section was from this song back from 1971. I don't remember, but I remember it's like my brain recorded it.
Right.
And so I listened to singers. It's one of the songs I'll listen to, the way I phrase is like listening to Kim Wilson or something that he was from the Thunderbirds. His style. And I know he would. Everybody learned something from somebody.
Right.
But I just remember I got to see him play a lot when I was a kid, and when I was in my teens, and so there's that sound would resonate on certain. So you hear a certain song and a certain. So I hear somebody say, "Oh, this is how he would," and it's
Right.
like it just naturally my voice would kind of do that. And,
That's very cool.
So
I mean,
yeah, that's how I would do a lot of that stuff.
but Hugo, do you have a backstory? I mean, do you have a story about, maybe hearing the Ice Cream Man come by and that tune got to you and you felt like, I got to put that down and I'm going to learn to play that.
So I guess I first got exposed to even having a guitar in my hand. I was about 5 years old. My uncle used to give lessons here in Houston in the 70s.
He did.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Georgianis. Yeah, and he did pretty well. He has passed on now, unfortunately, but we were pretty close. And he was in a few movies.
He was.
Interesting, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But he had a guitar studio, and I got taken there at about 5 years old. Went in the back. He had a guitar back there, and I picked it up and banged on the strings, an acoustic guitar. Just made this, boing, and I got electrified by it. At that moment, I was like, "This is it. This is what I want."
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
So
you start
from
playing?
then, yeah.
Well, I mean, who was your inspiration in what you practice the style of playing?
So, yeah.
Because you've got like blues, you play rock, you play
Yeah.
a lot of different.
I guess my earliest sort of influences when I
Black
started
Sabbath.
to play.
Black Sabbath.
Really, actually, it was B.B. King. I was listening to my uncle's records when I was a little bit older. We got separated. He moved to L.A. I ended up staying with him for a short time when I was about 13, 14. And I started playing again at that point. And I was going through his records, staple singers, all these different cool things. And he had quite a few B.B. King records. So I was listening to those. And I was like, it was so moving and accessible as a young guitar player. Like, ooh, I can play that, and the spaces in between. That kind of internalized all that, at that time. This was in the early '80s. And that, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, all the
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Yeah.
Every time we play now, he's got to pull out Black Sabbath and just start to
Some
scare people into that he's going to play it.
Well, what's funny is I start playing a Zeppelin or a Sabbath tune, and everybody goes, "Yeah."
They do.
So then he
They've
gives
been
me
wanting
that
to
look.
do that ever
like,
since 1970.
all right, go ahead.
Well, it's interesting because the 20s, the 30s, and it produced a lot of music that I hear, I didn't know "Smoke Gets in Your Eye" was something from the 20s that they were playing, and because I watch all the old movies and I'm going like, I thought that was a song that they just recorded, but it really came from somewhere. So it's like there's no new music under the sun, but if you take 8 notes and you can make them so many different ways, and that's all in your cleverness.
I find that, to me, the biggest change in music came in the 70s. I thought music really, you had the composers from, Beethoven and all those, back then when they were doing it. I don't think there has been a big a change as there was. Now granted, when the electric guitar came in, and they were, and actually a lot of the blues went to rock and roll, but I feel like the 70s was where things really became musical and experimentation. Maybe, I don't know if just, doing the drugs or whatever back in the 70s, if that had something to expand. But I think some of the best music that was ever made was of our time was in the 70s. I thought
that's interesting.
I think one of the, to me this day, one of the best remakes of all time of Have a Little Help from Our Friends from Joe Cocker. I just thought that to me is one of
We can pull that up.
the best
I couldn't believe
making of a song, and just having the choir back behind it, the whole production of that song is just, to me, shows. Once you've done something like that, there were so many that did that, but that to me is that music era. To me is, I take that and I use that. I think about that every time that we play, and we, how can we write a song that's going to have an impact like that does? So I think like that when I'm recording, of like, man, where can we go with this?
Well, what's interesting is, though, that even though the span of music, you listen to the span of music and how it's changed, and whenever when rap came in, I remember the very beginning of rap. People had been rapping all that time, but where it was, commercial, started getting a little bit commercial. And Frenchie's was a client of Warner Cable. Frenchie's had just started, and they had like a couple of places, and this guy was going to, start buying more and more. And so this woman came in, and she said, "I'm with Frenchie's, and I want to talk to you about the commercial we want to do." And I said, "Okay, let me come over, and I need to eat there and see what the vibe is there and all that stuff." So I went, and it was mostly, I never saw anybody, it was all black that came in there and ate that and just had so much fun, and they loved it. And so, and they're in the singing and all the stuff, and I went, this is, what you gotta have? You need a rap song to represent this. And she said, "What do you mean? You're going to have to show me what you're talking about." So I said, "Well, let me write one." Now, here's a white woman talking to another white woman, and we're going to talk about, let me write a rap song. I think I can do this. So I write the song. She comes back in, and I show her what the song's going about. Now, I'm not going to sing it or anything. I'm going to find someone to sing it. But she goes, "You're talking about rap like this, they're trying to play on the radio and stuff? That is not going to last. We need something that's going to last and be part of Frenchie's forever." Yeah. And so that was so, because people were so, that's not music. That is just talking. That is not music. Why would anybody call that music and stuff? And so to this day, of course, I was wearing a hoodie I got from my grandchild because it was cold, so I just put the hoodie on. It was Little Pete. Do you know who that is? Do you know who that? Little Pete. No, it's L. I think it's Little Pete. You're looking at me like, what are you talking about?
I'm not that hip. But I think there was a little Pete. Maybe there is a little
flip.
I think this is great. I'm so glad.
We're not the authorities.
No, but my grandchildren, when they hear me talk about this,
I
they're
wanna
going to go
hear it.
like, Grandma,
I wanna
why
hear
did
the-
you
I wanna
even
hear
bring...
the commercial now.
No. I wish I could remember the way I wrote that song,
You know,
but it was pretty bad.
I had a song out on that I did a remake of. Speaking of remakes, of that you can see on Spotify and all those. It's called it's a Stones tune. You know, you can't always get what you want.
Yeah.
And I did it in a reggae style. Now, when I recorded this, when I did my first album. Then I never put the album. Actually, I did it a few years after I recorded an album. Ended up not putting it out, but I did put this song out, and I originally wanted to have a rap on it and have it done, and everybody kept telling me, you don't want to do that. And this was back in 2000, 2001. They said, no, you don't want to do that. And I was like, I want this on there, but they convinced me not to do it. I think it was the dumbest thing I ever did. I think I should have had it on there.
Fit well with that.
It would have been. It was. I had it all set
I could hear
because
it.
it was kind of a reggae tune. I did it as a reggae tune, and you can't always get what you want. And which I had Rick Marcel sing that, and he played guitar on that tune. We were just talking about him yesterday.
Amazing.
But yeah, I wanted to get a rap on there, and I wanted to do it. I had it all set to do it, and I had all these people around me telling me that's the last thing I should do, and I'm really mad that I got talked out of doing it because they had a resurgence of that happening a few years later, of taking songs that were already popular and redoing them and then putting the rap in the middle
Right,
of them. Now
that's
it's
right.
like they're doing it all the time.
Sure.
Back then they weren't doing that, and I thought about that and I wanted it, and that's been one of the biggest things that I've been.
So you and Frenchie's missed the boat.
I mean,
The rap scene.
Yeah,
You know,
I really, I'm
so-
upset that I didn't do it. And
so she came up with let's make this a French song. Since this is Frenchie's, let's do something that's more, I don't know whatever happened to that lady. I just can't imagine what she thought about. I told that girl that was going going out of style. What was wrong with me? And when I went over there and we shot it, and we just used some what's the New Orleans type?
Zydeco.
Yeah, Zydeco. We got
That'll work.
a guy to come do some stuff with that. And it wasn't rap, but it was close to New Orleans, and it worked out okay. The food was really good, but you can't. What I found out is you can't shoot jambalaya without it looking like somebody just threw up in the thing. So I found that out and real quick, and so anyway. But you guys, I know you have one more tune in you. Because we are, we're just almost,
What are you feeling good about?
okay, let's see. I love So Fine.
Yeah, that one's kind of tough as a duo.
Okay, what's good?
We could do.
What's good as a duo?
How about?
What?
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
Oh, Don't Talk to Me. Yeah,
we can
okay.
We can do. Don't talk to me.
Oh,
There's
that's
not,
good.
There's
That's
really
the
not
vibe.
sax in it
It's
until the solo section. So.
oh, that's right, because, that guy sing, did you sing on that? Yeah, that was you, because I said, that can't be you. And he said, no, that was me singing that. And I
I
went,
sang even. I had somebody the other day who was like, "Who'd you get to sing that low part on So Fine?"
yeah,
I'm like, "That was me."
that was me.
That was like,
I just waited till allergy season to record it.
Looking so smooth.
Yeah, you got,
to make a mind so fine. So you do.
he's gonna get really close to the mic, and you've got to do this. Okay.
So anyway, so that was kind of hard to do without you got all the horns, you got all the song on that song, but hush, don't talk to me. So this song I wrote, and I was driving home late one night. I was coming from Crosby, and I was going back home, and it was like 3 a.m. or something. I was listening to him on the radio, and I just thought, don't talk to me. And I sang it out, don't talk to me. And I did that. And it was like, I wrote, and I even said it, I still have the voice memo that I recorded it. And so I was like, this is a song. This is a song. And couldn't think of words. And then for 6 months, 6 or 7 months, nothing. And I was still married at the time. And then one day, it just took this one day, and it's like I had the song written in like about 30, 40 minutes. So
After
I
you had your
a lot to say.
argument? Okay.
So it was my, that was my getting it out, letting it all out. But so this is a fun song when we play it live, and I always tell everybody, hey, you can sing along with it. I said, this is one of those songs that somebody's just in your ear constantly talking, and it's like all you want to do is just tell them, don't talk to me. And so I said, this is what the song's about, and you get to sing along. So when I cue you, you scream out, don't talk to me. And so we would sing it, and I would point to everybody, and everybody would sing along. But so it's a fun song.
Yes, on my talk show. This is great. This song goes really well with.
Don't talk to me.
All right, fine. Just go ahead. Just do what you want to do.
Out too late last night, gonna wake up ready to fight. She tried to change me to be this, be that. Thought I was good wearing one hat. I worked so hard to put on a smile. Gotta keep this up when she's so vile. All I can say when she won't let me be. Everybody sing it right here. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. She always tells me what to wear. I get so frustrated now I'm losing my hair. I have to put my pride in a jar. All I want to do is drive in my car. Her words are sharper than a butcher knife. I gotta cut her off before she's my wife. All I can say when she won't let me be right here. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. And it goes something like this. Don't talk to me. I said it. Check this out. Day by day, she's just a nag. When she gets old, all she'll be is a hag. I can't stand it when she looks at me. That shaking head, she's a sight to see. Now all I want is just to be free. Get on my ship and I'll sail the sea. All I can say when she won't let me be. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. One more time. Say when she won't let me be. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Oh, it's fabulous. Just fabulous.
Yeah, so it's a fun song. I mean,
That
and
is.
I like to try to write stuff with humor.
And then to be able to bring the audience in like that.
Yeah,
That's
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 and everybody,
great.
you know, it's one of those songs too. It's like, you know, something will happen, and you're like, "Grr," and then it's like, don't talk to me. You know, it'll work, and you'll remember it. I have people, you know, now it's like they saw the band play, and next time they see me, they'll go, "Don't talk to me." So
See,
the point is, hey, don't talk
yes.
to me. So they remember. It's a good hook.
Oh,
you know,
it's a
and-
good, really good hook. That's
and
I
it's a
love
fun
that.
song. I mean, I kind of feel weird sometimes to think, oh, somebody's gonna, hate me for, making her out to be
Just
an old
trashing
hag and
that
stuff,
woman.
but I know.
And they want to know who you're talking about.
But it's like, it's,
Who was it who was that woman that
I have
inspired
no
that?
idea,
I
but
think it's just a
It was just
it's
yes.
a generalization.
Generalization,
It's all
I'm
fun.
sure.
It's all, it's a fun thing, and it's like one of the other tunes that I write. I wrote. It's called "What Was I Thinking," and that one. That's about a guy meets a beautiful girl in a bar, and next thing you know, she's got him coming over to the house, and next thing you know, he's painting the walls, and he's building cabinets and making all this stuff, and all he's looking at is the shorts and that pretty blouse, and then the next thing you know, when you get it all done, she goes, she puts you out the door, and you're out of there, and you're just like, what was I thinking?
There,
And so
I love that. I love that. That's good.
I'm like, it's
You teach these life lessons in your songs, and I think that's very good of you, Eric, because people need to hear these kind of
I think
things,
it's just
and learn from them.
It's been a mess. I've had a lot of things happen, and
They're all true stories.
Yeah, all true
We like to
stories.
say, sad but true. Very sad, very true story.
but at least I'll have a happy ending.
Yeah, you're number 5 on Billboard for crying out loud.
Exactly.
That puts you there.
So
Have you checked today what you are?
we're still number 5 at least till the end of the week.
Somebody buy some CDs, man.
And so
Who's in
that's-
front of us? I was looking at that.
Yeah, who's in front of you?
Some pretty heavies.
Yeah,
Like we're in
Bonnie
the same,
Raitt,
Bonnie Raitt?
we're in the same sentence.
Oh my
Larkin
goodness.
Poe's number 1,
Yeah.
and I got the
Buddy Guy at number 2.
Buddy Guy's number
Buddy
Bonnie
Guy.
Angela
Uh,
Strelly.
and Straley. Yeah,
Strelly,
she's
and
out
then
of
us.
Austin. So
Wow.
We've got
Tedeschi
two-
Trucks. It's at 6.
We've got 2 minutes, guys. We
We're in
we
great
have been
company.
here, like we've been talking an hour, and y'all been singing, for at least 10 minutes, and I just appreciate y'all so much. I feel so honored to have y'all here.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. Yeah,
And
this
we've
is
got
great.
this now where it is recorded on, and it'll be on YouTube for infamy. It'll be there forever. So we want to hope you don't want any royalties or anything, do you? Okay, good. Okay, that's what you signed that paper for. I just want to let you know that. Anyway, no, I'm excited because I'll be able to go back and listen to it,
Yeah, it's-
and
I'm glad we got to do it, and here's the thing, and I just realized that you can go you can go to all the digital downloads. You can get the CD there.
right.
And
And the CD's called
So Fine.
So
CD is
Fine.
So Fine. Because
You're
one of the
so
tunes on the album is
fine.
called She's So Fine, which is a true story. And but what you can do, you got to realize it's Christmas time. So
Perfect.
the best thing for you to do is to go to my website. You can buy the CD directly from me, and I will I'll autograph it, but I'll send, if you give me the note, I'll send a note to each person that you buy the CD for.
Oh.
So you can buy 2, 5, 10, however many, I'll put a personal
personalized,
note on each one of them.
and the name of the person that's going to.
Exactly. So
Pretty cool.
Christmas presents.
It's
There
awesome.
you go. There's your stocking stuffer right there.
Yes.
So remember that, ericdemmer.com, and that's
Eric Demmer,
DEMMER, Demmer with the
Or
dot
come
com.
to the show.
DEMMER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also buy them live at the show. He's
You
got
can come to the
t-shirts
show,
ready now.
which
Come to the show, and you. I think he's only selling kisses from Hugo for like
Hugo
10
will do
OPs.
lap dances.
$1 million.
He's
each.
doing.
He's our lap dance aficionado. He'll go out to your table and do a lap dance.
Okay. Okay.
You'll go to the champagne room for you.
Wait, okay, I know that you're going too far. Okay, you're
Yes,
taking him
yes, indeed.
into places he better not go. Anyway, thank you, Hugo, for your time.
One last
Thank
thing.
you so much. Yes.
In town here in Houston, December 29th, we're playing at Do-Si Do, opening up for Mike Zito at the Do-Si Do show.
On 45?
On 45.
So much fun.
We're coming to that.
December
We're just right down.
29th.
I
So,
want to
That's
say
gonna
hi
be
to Sammy
awesome.
real quick. Your
Oh, you
daughter
better.
is
You
so
know
wonderful.
she's listening.
okay,
I got a
Sammy.
gig with her Saturday night. Looking forward to that.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, they took
She's-
me off that
she's
one.
so
I have to be
awesome.
on another.
She is so awesome.
That's so sweet. She said, "Now don't talk about me," and I went,
my best
"Okay, I won't." So you go
One of my
do it.
Too
favorite
late.
people on the planet. So looking forward to seeing you Saturday, Sammy.
Well, we love you
Thank you.
guys,
You
and
guys.
we'll try and make sure everybody knows where y'all are. And so at Do-Si Do, December 29th.
29th.
Just down the street from here.
29th, just down
Man,
the street.
okay. All right, we got to be at that. Thank you, Eric. You're
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you. You're so great.
Enjoyed it.
And we want to say thank you to all the first responders because we love you. We love you. And what's great is that God loves you even more. And so go out and have a great day. Enjoy. Call somebody you love that hadn't seen in a while. And enjoy. Bye.